Drug traffickers have ruled the ocean like ghosts, slipping through international waters, smuggling billions in cocaine, heroin, and meth, and vanishing before anyone could stop them. For years, they believed they were untouchable. But then came the Cutter Berenson, and the cartel's lucky streak ended fast. The US Coast Guard may not always make the headlines, but out in the vast, unforgiving Pacific, they are the thin line between order and chaos. Their mission is quiet, but lethal. One such mission began quietly enough, a 112-day deployment led by the crew of the Cutter Berenson. Stationed out of Charleston, South Carolina, the ship and its crew were deployed to the drug corridors stretching from Mexico to Peru. But what started as a patrol became a hunt. On January 5, 2025, while scanning hundreds of miles off the coast of Ecuador, the Berenson's drone team spotted something strange. A long, narrow vessel covered with a blue tarp. It floated aimlessly, too far out to be a fishing boat, and too quiet to ignore. The Coast Guard sprang into action. Approaching at speed, armed crews boarded a small intercept craft and closed in. With guns trained forward and adrenaline high, they reached the suspicious vessel, no idea what was underneath that tarp. What they found? Over 2,000 pounds of pure cocaine and 3 stunned traffickers with nowhere left to run.
Dollars worth of drugs are now out of circulation after U.S. Customs and Border Protection makes its biggest cocaine bust in Philadelphia in more than 2 decades.
The very next day, things escalated. This time, 3 high-speed boats, known as go-fasts, were picked up by surveillance aircraft just 280 miles from Ecuador. These boats were designed to outrun the law. Light, fast, silent. They're the smugglers' weapon of choice. But they didn't count on what came next. Berenson's crew coordinated with aerial drones and a helicopter strike team. The sky lit up with warning shots, the sea became a chessboard, and every move the cartel made was countered with precision. All 3 boats were stopped, all 9 traffickers captured, and the haul? Nearly 14,000 pounds of narcotics. One of the biggest busts in Coast Guard history, and it was only day 2. By now, the smugglers were getting desperate. On January 7th, another vessel was spotted, this time 330 miles off the Galapagos Islands. It had a low profile, sleek, narrow, built for escape. As soon as it noticed the helicopter overhead, the crew tried to flee. Too late. The chopper fired precision warning shots. The vessel stopped cold. 3 more traffickers detained. Over 8,200 pounds of cocaine seized. In just 72 hours, Berenson's crew had intercepted over 24,000 pounds of drugs and 15 cartel members. But the mission wasn't even halfway done. After weeks of chasing smugglers across international waters, the Berenson team turned their focus inward. They joined Carrier Strike Group 12 for one of the most complex naval combat simulations on Earth, COMPTUX. Alongside Navy destroyers and the massive USS Gerald R. the Coast Guard ran high-stress drills for sustained warfare. Night shifts, emergency strikes, full combat readiness. This wasn't just a drug patrol. This was a war rehearsal, and Berenson passed with flying colors. When the dust settled, the numbers told the real story. 11 major interdictions, 34 suspected traffickers detained, 44,550 pounds of cocaine, 3,880 pounds of marijuana, over $510 million in street value shut down, and every single pound was intercepted before it touched US shores. But beyond the stats, these seizures represented thousands of lives protected, countless overdoses prevented, and a massive blow to transnational crime networks. Among those networks, some of the most infamous names in the world: Sinaloa Cartel, Jalisco New Generation, and Clan del Golfo. The traffickers thought they owned the sea, that they could slip past borders, outrun justice, and cash in undetected. But the Berenson crew and their Coast Guard brothers and sisters proved otherwise. They were fast, they were surgical, and they made the ocean impossible to hide in. What do you think of this operation? Do these kinds of missions get the recognition they deserve? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more real-world military stories, subscribe now, because this war isn't over yet.